good coffee. Hi, my name is Philip, and today we'll be touching on the topic data security. Now, there are three main goals in data security. Protect the information, which means we want to protect the information from being destroyed, altered with, or unauthorized access, both intentionally and unintentionally. The most important measure is backup. And the second one is secure the operations, which we do by analyzing which functions the system is dependent on, and analyze what can we do to prevent or shorten interruptions. And the third, prevent system breach or hacking. Now, computer viruses are the biggest threat, and encryption is being more and more important. Speaking of computer viruses, their main functions are infect files in a computer, spread to other devices, and inflict damage to the infected computer. Now, there are three main types of computer viruses, and they are actual computer viruses, which I just explained. We have Trojans, which are programs or applications that user is lured into installing. That program or application contain code with spyware or open backdoors to gain access or insight to the computer. And then we have worms. Worms take advantage of security holes or system issues to spread itself via the network and internet. The biggest issue with worms is the spread and overload it may cause to the network. And then, as many of you might have heard or encountered, we have ransomware. That's probably one of the most known in this day. Now, ransomware uses encryption to encrypt files to be able to use it as a leverage for blackmailing the victim. Oh, that's good coffee. Speaking of encryption, it consists of an algorithm and a key. Now, the algorithm is often public and the key is private. There are two types of encryption. We have symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption is what we use when we create, for instance, a VPN connection between two sites, also known as a site-to-site VPN. It uses one private key that both ends have, so they have the same key in both ends. Now, there are some issues with symmetric encryption, and that is to get the key to the other end in a safe way. Now, if you are the one configuring both ends, it's not that big of a deal. But if you need to send the key to someone else, for instance a third party or something, how will you send it? Well, you could use asymmetric encryption, because asymmetric encryption uses one private key and one public key. The public key is used to encrypt the information, while the private key is used to decrypt the information or data. It can also be used the other way around, meaning that you use the private key to encrypt and then the public key to decrypt. And of course we also have hybrid encryption, which uses both symmetric and asymmetric encryption. The hash function, the non-smokable hash function, uses a checksum to save passwords and to verify that information haven't been altered with on the way, or for instance when you're downloading a file. When the hash function is used to save passwords, the actual password isn't saved. It is the checksum that are being saved and then compared later at a later occasion. PKI, or public key infrastructure, lets us know how public keys and certificates should be handled. Now, a certificate is issued by a trusted third party and encrypted with the certificate holder's public key. For those of you who don't know, which may be several of you, which is also totally fine. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Back to the point. When you browse a web page, you can see if it's not secure. Well, back in the days when most web pages were not secure, you could see if it was secure. then you would have a green check mark or something at the top left end of the, well, it would actually be that end of the web page. You would have a green check mark that said secure. Yeah. Anyway, what that means by saying a web page is secure is that it uses a TCP protocol called HTTPS, which stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, which in return uses an encryption method called SSL, or Secure Socket Layer, meaning the communication between you and the web page is encrypted, meaning that the risk of someone accessing your sensitive information along the way is almost zero. Now, if there is something you'd like me to make a future video about, leave a comment down below. And if you found this information helpful, or if you at least found that you learned something, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. That really helps. And of course subscribe and click that bell thing so you don't miss future videos. Now, if you didn't like this video, try playing it in 0.75 times the speed and see if you notice anything new. And as always, until next time, have a good one. Bye!